Hello class. Today we're going to continue talking about evaluating composite functions, but we're going to talk about it from graphs this time. And to evaluate a composite function, find the output of the inside graph at the given input, then use that output that we found as our new input of the outside graph and find its output. So here we're given let's just look on the left side first. Ignore the right side for now. We're given two graphs. We're given f of x and we're given g of x. And they all have their inputs and outputs, right? So we're asked to find like f of g of 2, or g of f of 1, and f of 4. So this is what we're going to want to do. And it doesn't take any math, really. So find f of g of 2. So our inside graph, our inside function is g, and our outside function is f. So what we're going to want to do is take the input into g. So find our g graph, and that's the second one. Our input is 2, so that would be 1, 2, and find its corresponding output. And it's 3. So now that we have that, I want to find f of 3. So because I want to look at my f now. So now I'm going to go where the input is of f of 3, which is right here, and find my output, which is 4. So I probably shouldn't have written this, but f of g of 2 is 4. Let's take a look at g of f of 1. So now f is our inside function and g is our outside. So I'm going to plug in 1 into f, or well, I'm going to see what the output of f is at 1. So at 1, it looks like the output is at 1. And now I want to find my output. I want to go to my output graph and use our outside graph and plug in 1 there. So 1 here, that's going to be 3. So g of f of 1 is 3. And then lastly, we want to find f of 4. So now we're only concerned with f. We have f inside of f. So I want to plug in 4, or I want to evaluate the graph at 4, and then use that output as my new input for f again. So at 4, f is, well, 4. So now I'm going to go back to 4, and my output again is 4. So f of 4 is 4. Let's take a look at another example just to kind of clear it up a little further. So now we want to find f of g of 0. So I'm going to look at my g graph, it's my inside graph, and I'm going to find what the output is at 0. Well, at 0, the output is 0. So now I'm going to go to my outside graph and find out what its output is when the input is 0. And that is 1. So f of g of 0 is 1. Next, find g of f of 5. So I'm going to go, so f is my inside function and g is my outside function. So I'm going to look at f first, and I'm going to see, okay, what is the output when the input is 5? And in this case, it's 3. So now I need to find out the g. So I'm going to go to g, and what my output was 3. So I'm going to look for 3 here, and my output is 1. And then finally, find g of 3. So now we're just concerned about g. So we're talking about g is inside of g. So let's see, 3, the output at 3 is 1. And then I want to look at my outside graph, which is g again. So I'm going to take my old output, and it's going to be my new input. Well, 1 is 2. So g of 3 is 2. And that's all I have for y'all today. So let me know if you have any questions. Remember, we're just taking an inside graph, evaluating it, finding its output, and using that new output as our new input, and then finding that output. output. So that's it. Have a good day. Let me know if you have questions. Bye.